Good morning, littles. It's the Story Fairy, and that little bird, the little bird that whispers in my ears sometimes about things that some children need to hear about, has whispered something else to me and has reminded me that I have a story that I would like to tell you about when I was a little. Now, you're little compared to an adult. An adult is pretty tall, can be pretty big, can eat a whole lot. Compared to the adults, you are little. And when you're little, you're constantly learning. You come into the world already knowing a whole lot, but much of it you need to be reminded of. And that's what these stories are about. So I am going to tell you a story about when I was a little girl and something that I did and something that I learned from it. It's a short story, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. So when I was a little girl, I remember once I was on a walk with my mother and my brother. My brother is 2 years younger than me about, and we were just on a walk on the sidewalk around the neighborhood, and we were walking and we were talking, and my mama liked to point out what all the plants were and talk about everything. And here comes somebody. Noah, I'm in the middle of something. Do you want to say something? Okay, you can do that too. Noah is doing his chores, and we will talk about that another time if you would like me to. Honey, can you not do it in there because I'm doing a video, please? Okay, you can do it out there till I'm done. Thank you, Bug. Thank you, Bug. So I was on this walk with my mama and my brother. And we were talking about the plants and about our day, and we did a lot of talking, which is good because it's very, very healthy to talk with your mama and talk all the time about everything. Talking and communicating is one of the best things you can do. If it's in your heart, if it's in your brain, it's a good idea to talk about it if it's appropriate. So we were walking and talking, and we came up on, I think I ran ahead because I was the older sibling. That means I was the older sister. We ran ahead, and sitting on the sidewalk there was this big, well, it wasn't that big. It was probably about that big, bright green bug. And it had wings, and it had little legs, and it had little antennae, and it had big bug eyes sticking out. And I ran up to it, looked at it, picked up my leg, and brought my foot down on it. Smush! And I killed it. Boy, oh boy, was my mama angry with me. To this day, and I am much older than a little now, to this day I still don't remember why I did that. I wasn't afraid of the bug. I saw it there moving its little antennae, and it was actually a really pretty bug. When I think back, I think it was probably a grasshopper. I don't know why I stepped on it and killed it, but I did that. And it was the first time that I had ever killed something. My mama was very, very upset, and she used that what had just happened as a lesson to me to learn something that is important for you to learn. Maybe you've learned it already. Maybe you haven't learned it yet. But the lesson in this is that every little tiny thing that is living on our beautiful planet is valuable. That means it has its place. Think about what the world would be. I know a lot of people don't like spiders. A lot of people freak out when they see a spider. But think about what kind of world it would be if we had no spiders. Think of all the flies that would be here. Yikes. Now the flies, I'm sure they have a purpose too. I think the flies might be here to be food for the spiders, who can build beautiful webs for us to look at, walk into, think about. Those webs are a miracle. The fact is that everything that is here on our planet is a miracle, something that is absolutely, positively wonderful. And because we are alive on this planet, we need to develop love and respect, and we need to appreciate all the life that we have here on this planet. Even if it's a bug. When I think back to that day, here comes Noah again. Hi, bud. Come here, why don't you sit on my lap while I finish? Come here.
No, my
Come here, bud. I'm in the middle of something, buddy. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'll get it for you in just a minute. Do you want to finish this with me?
Okay.
We're talking about, caring about living things. So, when I stepped on that bug that time, and I killed it, that was how I learned never to do that again. When I see a spider in our house, I do not kill it, because that spider has a place. That spider was created and is very, very special. And we all have different ideas about how things on our planet got here. Some of us believe that God created it. Others of us believe other things. It doesn't really matter what you believe in that area. The most important thing to know is that it is your responsibility to love even a little tiny life. You know, when I got a little bit older and I was in college, I had a bunny. And the bunny's name was Benna. We may talk about Benna another time too. But I spent many years with this bunny. The bunny lived a long time, longer than she was supposed to live. And when I lost her, and she was really about this big, maybe that big.
How big was Lily then?
About like this, bud.
Wait, but
She was about like this.
Koala's pet bunny is this big.
Oh my gosh. Noah's imaginary friend Koala has a bunny that's this big. Wow, big.
Because it's only a grown-up he has.
Yeah. So when my bunny Benna died, I had loved that little creature so much with my heart that losing her was like losing a person. It doesn't matter how little you are. If you're a bug, that bug deserves to be loved and appreciated too. If you're a worm, if you're a snail,
If you're an insulin.
if you're an inchworm, says Noah. A little tiny life still deserves your love, because love is the way to go. If you decide to love everybody and love everything and every creature, you will be very, very happy, and you will be very, very rewarded. That means good things will happen to you. So the next time you see a spider in your house, instead of going up and stepping on it and ending that little tiny life, think about love and think about appreciating how special that spider is. Right, maybe you do not want him crawling up your arm. I understand that.
I wouldn't like it if it was a black widow. I wouldn't like that to be happening.
Noah's talking about black widows. Black widows have a poisonous bite, yes. We have to be careful of some creatures, but they still deserve our love and our kindness. So please think about that. Do not kill things. Do not hurt things. That includes your brother and your sister.
Mama,
and a spider.
Mama, this is a good thing. Mama.
Yeah.
Angie would do it at my school thing.
Yeah. Noah's telling me about his school and creatures they see at his school. So please think about loving every creature that you see. You might not like it. There's a difference between liking and loving. You might not like spiders because you're a little bit afraid of them, that they might bite you, but you can still love them and appreciate that they're here and not hurt them. We don't want to hurt anybody or anything, because we are peaceful and loving, and we were made to be just this way. Yes, we were. We were made to be just this way. So I would love to hear from you about what you think. You can email me. You can make me a video and put it on my Story Fairy page, because I'm the Story Fairy. And I have to tell you one more thing about that bug I stepped on. I never forgot that.
What kind of bug was it?
I think it was maybe a grasshopper, Noah. It was something like that. But I never, ever forgot it. It was a big lesson. And there are so many lessons in our day-to-day. Every day you can learn a lesson.
Mama.
I made a mistake and I learned a lesson from it. So we'll talk about mistakes. Please don't do that, Noah. That's gonna, no, don't do that. That's gonna end the video. I send my love. Did you get it?
Mama.